Hello, everybody. Welcome to the introduction to my podcast, From Surviving to Thriving, with me, Yasmeen Alaoui. Whether you're going through addiction or sobriety, dealing with childhood trauma, relationships, or simply just learning to love yourself again, I wanted to create a space where people can listen, feel, relate, recognize, share. Every week, I will be sharing my own personal experiences and the lessons I have learned. I want to inspire people who want to stop just surviving and learn to start thriving. Every single week, I will be sharing my own personal experiences, stories, the lessons I have learned along the way in hopes of reaching and inspiring you. Today officially marks 2 years sober from weed and nicotine. And getting sober has changed my life entirely. It has given me clarity and strength I didn't even know I had within me. I didn't realize how much I had been avoiding my emotions and how powerful it is to sit with yourself and just feel. Getting sober has been the best decision I have ever made for myself. I was lost for 7 years and I didn't even know it. One of the scariest feelings is looking at yourself in the mirror and not being able to recognize who you are anymore. It is truly the most out of body experience I have ever felt. I hadn't been sober since before I even hit puberty at 14 years old. I numbed every anxious feeling, every negative thought, every overwhelming emotion. I was just a kid and it seemed so normal because everybody around me in high school was smoking and partying, but they were having fun. And I was quietly numbing myself and I didn't even realize it. Eventually, I had gotten to the point where I physically could not take it anymore. My lungs were hurting with every single hit that I took. I was in pain. I couldn't do it anymore. It wasn't fun for me anymore. I was hurting mentally and physically. I knew that I needed to stop smoking and get sober. At that point, I was deeply depressed and I didn't even understand why or how I had fallen into such a deep depression. I didn't want to face the reality of why or how, but I didn't know who I was anymore. And after I got out of the fog, the cloud that I was living in for years, I didn't know who I was. I was lost. I was completely numb. I didn't know how to process emotion. I didn't know why I had these emotions. I didn't know how to deal with the pain that I had suppressed for so many years. And sobriety isn't just an overnight thing. Sobriety is a lifelong journey, and it is truthfully the hardest thing I have ever done. But learning to love yourself, healing, uncovering the truth behind the emotions and the trauma, understanding your responses and your reactions, unlocking parts of yourself that you didn't even know existed, and finding that little girl that disappeared along the way is the most rewarding feeling. Coming to the realization that you have completely lost yourself is not easy to admit to at all. And the reality is, no matter how many times or how many people have told you to get sober or stop whatever it is you're doing that is holding you back, it's not up to them. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. They aren't in charge of your life. You are, and you have to be the one to want to change your life for the better. Nobody else is going to do it for you. It is your life. It is the decisions you have to make. And you will know. You will decide when the time is right. Healing isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up for yourself every single day, no matter how hard it gets. My camera just died, so hopefully everything is still cohesive. But at the end of the day, I am here to be real and to share the raw, honest truth of my experiences, my stories, and the lessons that I have learned. And I really hope to inspire those of you out there. The truth is, you only have one life to live. What is a life worth living if you're living in misery and uncertainty? You deserve to be in control of your life. No distractions, no substances, no numbing, whatever it is that's holding you back. You deserve to change that and make those tough decisions to live a happy, healthy, and peaceful life. I am so excited to embark on this journey and do what truly brings me the most fulfillment in life, to create, to share, and to inspire. So thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope to see you next time. And remember, it's never too late to start learning to love yourself. See you next time.